All right, all right, all right. Tuesday. Today. And it's about 5:30, somewhere around there. So we'll take a quick look. What do we got? We got Red Book year over year, industrial production year over year, month over month. Those are pre-market, should move the market. Some news on housing markets, and that's about it. Let's see who we got in earnings. Any big names? First Horizon, FMB, Saks. Netflix. United Airlines Holding. Those are probably the biggest names I see out there. But, all right, not much to worry about in the news. It's the earnings that's probably going to have an effect. So we'll get right to it. Let's get right to it. All right, we're looking at the futures, the S&P futures. We got this gap today. Oh, I didn't see that this morning. I don't like that at all. We'll see how we behave. We could turn around and close that gap. And we're coming off of this trend line, this old trend line that we were flirting with for quite some time. So that's a little disconcerting. Might end up filling that gap. Then we got a hangman off of a trend line, and it could we could move to make another low, another bottom. And we're still in the downtrend, obviously. Lower high, lower low, lower high. If we can make a lower low, maybe see that 3,300. So we got to watch that bad boy. This could be also a halfway gap. So what do we got? 35 to 7 is 2, taking us to 9. Not impossible. Could also be a halfway gap. We'll see if we keep moving. But coming off a trend line could be an exhaustion gap, you know, and then making that hangman. Momentum's looking strong. What to do? What's just concerning is I was getting all geared up. I mean, that looks like a nice flag right here. We got this retrace, and then today, boop, we've already broken it. We're actually right now, if we opened up, we've even broke the pivot right here. So if we keep running, and that is a halfway gap, then I wouldn't be surprised if we see about 740 today. Probably look for the Keltner by midweek. Or if we see that 740 come down, I'd like to see a head and shoulders. That would be nice. Just seeing what the weeklies look like. Just a downtrend. Clean up these charts a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, you know, right now I'm obviously bullish on the S&P, and I like the way it's laying out. Yeah, you know, that chart gives me a little bit of pause. That futures daily. Well, we'll see how we play out. Could be a halfway gap. That would be logical. Got a couple of indicators correlating right there, or converging right there. So it would be logical. I'm going to jump back to that. I just want to see something. I just want to see something. Again, if you guys have been following my work, put these lines in a long time ago. It's basically the trend. Trend goes back eons. You know, that channel, we were following that channel pretty consistently. You know, we're talking like 2013, 2012. I think I saw it going back to the great financial debacle. There's the pandemic. And then because of that aggressive stimulus, this is the rise that we got, which was abnormal. And now it just seems like we're correcting that mistake. As long as they don't throw us into a recession, give us another error, then we'll probably come down considerably. To that 28 range. But if they could pull this off and bring this economy in, then I think we should be trading within this pattern. We should be close. So we're bouncing off of that. I'm thinking an overrun should be my 23 mark. And that sounds good. And it takes out a lot of gaps and stuff like that. And then we'll come back into this pattern right here and get a little more consistent. So we took out all of this froth. So right now, if you got in the market in June of 2020, you'd still be in the money. And I think that's what we're looking at, like that price range took advantage of this froth, took the profits, and now we're getting back into the orderly trading without the extraordinary effect of excessive Fed intervening. Back to a healthy, normal market. So I kind of like what's laying out here. It's just, yeah, you know, it might stay a little wonky until things calm down a little bit. That 2,800 mark is probably Biden dropping dead and Harris taking over and everybody panicking because we have that bozo at the wheel. So, all right, let's get back to this. I'm a little groggy today. ES, RTY, BTC, still doing that channel thing. Yeah, I don't look at it short term. I'm sure there's probably something to trade in there, but I mean, there's not a lot of movement here. So I'm just going to watch that channel. It'll get going, man, when it does. I think we're going to have a good move up. But very dependable. You know, if you channel this out, you take those breaks, very dependable. And you can make some money. Look at oil. Yeah, I think oil is going to start chilling out a little bit. Looks like this is the number, man. We said it a while ago. That 84 was probably the right number. And I think that's what it's going to do. And everybody's bitching about OPEC, which they're coming off kind of snarky. But I think that they're just going to maintain an $84 number. And you can't really beat them over the head for that. You know, I think they're break even at 30. You know, and they're not in it to break even. They're in it to make money and or actually, you know what? That number, 30, break even at 30, that number was like back in the day, man. I'd say single digits, low 2000s, you know. So I bet that number's even higher. I wouldn't be surprised if they break even at 60. I got to go do the work again and see what it is. Yeah, let's give them 50 even. So they're making $30 a barrel. They need to reinvest, and their industry is coming to an end, or at least contracting considerably. I guess we'll never fully do away with oil products or plastics or anything. But yeah, I think $84 is a reasonable number, man. Now we talk to the refiners. I think Biden's being a little retaliatory. He's going to release some oil from reserves this week. That's all right. Let him piss off more people. He seems like a big old bitch anyway. A Karen. What do they call male Karens? Todds or Johns? So, gasoline. I'm feeling a little bullish on gas. It's obviously in an uptrend. Momentum is good. Looks like a little double top right here. It's got to break. Well, it did break that low. So we might have a little bit of a pullback. I don't think it's going to be too aggressive. And then I think it's going to taper out around here. So I'd have to say I'm neutral on gas, which is good. Very interesting that nat gas is coming down. And we're right at the peak of, or the beginning of the season for cold weather, so people will start stocking up. Or maybe it's a rotating thing for most people. I have huge tanks, so I just load up, and I'm good for the winter. But I'm up high on a mountain, so I don't want to have to worry about getting a truck up here. I think short term we come down a little bit. I don't think we're going to break that 550 mark, and then we're going to taper out, is my opinion. Although this is a huge M pattern right there. Yeah. That's a little absurd, though. That's 5 points. I mean, that would put that bitch at 0. Actually, I think by the summer, I think we're looking at $4. $4 holla, or at least in the $4 range by summertime. Those are predictions, though. Right now, I think we're going to taper out. We don't trade on prediction. Bonds. Yo, it's just looking bearish. And we know the Feds are going to keep hiking, so you could remain bearish on it. Thought we were going to bottom and give a bounce. We did a few days, really meek and feeble, that bounce was. Look at this gap down. Yep. No, that was probably, yeah. That was last Friday. Maybe we'll come back up and close that gap up. But I don't think we're going to do much more than that. I'll tell you, man. Got to start looking at getting long bonds. The interest, this is the 30 we're looking at too, right? Yep. Got a bear flag even on the 30-minute. If you're trading it short term, you could watch that flag. We know the market's going to push up a little bit today. Yeah, we could use a good bounce, though. Getting rather stationary. Where are we? We're on bonds, gold. Oh, there's a weekly on gold. Looking bearish on the weeklies. Got that double top right there. Broke the pivot. I say 1579 is a long-term target. Let's see what we look like on the dailies. Yeah, we just grinding down. But buy it on the dips, baby. Buy it on the dips. I think 15.79 might be a real cheap price to buy it. Oh, that's it. Let's take a look. Amazon, all these guys always look the same. Same as this, the market, right? Yep. Tesla. That's interesting. The split kind of threw a little a monkey wrench into the trading, but it seems like it's working that out. Look at that huge bearish engulfing right there. Yesterday, that is yesterday, yeah, 17th, 18th, yeah, yesterday's an inside bar. How you trade this is you trade the break of this inside bar, high or low. When you see a bearish engulfing with an inside bar, I'd be more, I won't have a bias today of it, but I would trade heavier on the bearish, since this is a bearish engulfing. I'd take a heavier bearish trade than I would a bullish trade. But yeah, take that break right there. That would be your test, the low here. So how I trade it is I would enter here. I'd have a unit of 3 or 3 units, however large each unit would be. And then I would take one off once we hit that target right there and leave 2 to run. Do a little work backwards. And actually my style of trading with that units is something I learned from shooting craps. I would trade in units. That way I could take advantage of the insurance. You know, when you back up your trade. If anybody shoots craps. I like that channel with Netflix, and you got news today. I would probably butterfly that channel with options, and then just take off the loser. Let the winner run. Poor space, becoming a penny stock. AT&T. It's just following the market right now. Seems like everything's just following the market right now. TMUS, still waiting for that to come down a little bit more. Intel, I did well on Intel. Well, I guess for the moment, still in a downtrend. Let's see if we could build a head and shoulders right here. AMD. Yeah, it looks like Intel is the deal. Wonder if I have any orders out there for AMD. I think I'm going to take another look at that. Maybe just ride that Intel horse. I guess I don't have to do that with you guys. Samsung Electronics. Yeah, I like Samsung. If you want to play that and you don't want to be exposed to Taiwan, then yeah, Samsung is the way to go. So, all right. I bored you enough. Oh, pretty flower. Hey, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I trade at 9 o'clock. I start trading live. Start talking a little bit. You want to hear me babble? Join me.